Okay, so somebody wanted me to do a recap of all the brands of pointe shoes I tried. So I'm going to start with my first pair of pointe shoes. They were Grishko Elites, size 2.5, triple X, which is the width, and medium shank. They have a very low profile and they're pretty wide too. They're more of a beginner shoe, so that's kind of why I got them as my first pair. So yeah, also want to show you how small they are. Yeah, really big feet now. Okay, so from Grishko Elites, I went to Russian Point Luminas. The reason why I tried these was because everybody was at my studio was kind of in their like Russian point phase, and Grace, from where I buy my pointe shoes from, she was kind of recommending them at the time. So I tried them and they just weren't really working for my feet. They may work super well for others, but they were just not breaking into my foot and not showing it very well. So from Russian Point Luminas, I then went to Saulk Solo Prequel. First, Scout tried them and she really liked them, and then everybody else kind of started trying them, and then Grace was really recommending them. So I tried them on, and I actually really liked them. It's just that they're kind of bulbous, this style of Saulk. But they showed my feet pretty well, and they're a good shoe. So I completely forgot my trash Russian points. I'm going back to that. Back to Russian points. When I had Russian points, they got trashed by water. Don't put water bottles in your dance bag. The video, if you want to watch it, will be up here, or the link to the video. And they just got demolished. So then I went back, had to get a pair soon, didn't have Russians in stock, so went back to Grishko Elites, and that's when they died really fast. So they're more of a softer beginner type of shoe. Okay, now back to Solo Prequel. So then from Solo Prequels, I then got fitted for Grishkos. They're really nice shoes. I just felt like I wasn't getting over my box in them. These are more of a V-shaped than the U-shape. Okay, so with Grishkos, Scout just got custom-made Grishkos in Russia, and we're actually going to interview her on the custom making of Grishkos and what she got. So these are Grishko Mayas, and they looked really nice on my feet when I was just standing there at bar. But then when I started dancing in them, they just weren't showing as nicely as they looked. But now that I think my foot is done growing, hopefully, I'm going to try to get them custom made and try them again. So then from Grishko Maya, I went back to Saulk Solo Prequel, and then I wanted to try to find a different shoe that was lower profile or just flatter here, because this was so bulbous on my foot, just like stuck out. So then from there I tried Bloch Balancier European, and I was turning really well in these shoes, but they just weren't shaping to my foot as well as just kind of like a curve instead of like where they should break, like there. But I was turning really nicely. They're just super wide. This part's really wide, but I did like them at the time, just not the way they were looking on my feet. So then from there, I then went back to the same brand Saulk, but a different style, and that style was Stellar, and this is more flatter. And I actually really like these. This is what I'm currently wearing. They shape to my feet nicely. I can actually turn in them, and I just really like the way they feel. So then from Stellar, my friend tried Spotlights, and she really liked them, and that's Ruby actually. And then so I was like, I might as well try it just to see. The thing with Spotlights is that they are really they're basically like 3/4. They look really nice on your feet, but I just didn't like the way it felt. I felt like I was sinking in them a little bit too much, and this part started rubbing on my the sole of my foot and it gave me a blister. They were just really soft, and they were weird when they were new, but then they started getting better as they started to break in. It's not like I don't like them, but I think I like the Stellars better, and that's what I'm currently wearing now. So what I also want to mention is right around when I was getting the Blochs and switching to Stellars, we found a website, which I'll put the info in the description, about you can get recommendations for your feet, like of what type of point shoes you can get. And to see what they said, you can check out my blog. We're going to put it up there at balletbabble.com. Thanks for watching.